Yeah, welcome to this very channel once again, Hero of the Night. Today we'll be talking about Seun Kuti. Yeah, you got that right, Seun Kuti. He talked about some untold stories about his uncle, Fela Kuti, and Tinubu and the rest of them. So let's dive into it.
There is no such thing as a reformed oppressor. No oppressor comes and reforms himself. There's no such thing as a middle ground with your oppressor. There's no negotiating. It cannot change. If you have been with them, you are always with them. You know, I lived with my uncle. We had our family issues and things, so staying in Calcutta was impossible. So I moved in with my uncle. And from the age of 15 till I was about, or 16, from 16 till I was about 21, till I went to uni. No, 16 till I went to uni when I was about 19. Yeah, I lived in my uncle. So my formative years as a teenager, my father don't die that time. Father no day. Now my uncle actually raised me as a young man. You know, I lived in Uncle Beko's house. Until today, I tell everybody that my principles of life, the way I see life, the principles that lead my life don't come from my father. They come from my uncle. My uncle, I say now because Beko no play music. I've never met a more principled and revolutionary human being. I lived with my father from the age of 1 to 15, and until he died when I was 14 rather. And then I moved with my uncle, and I tell you that there is no man as principled, as revolutionary that I've known in my life like Dr. Beko and Seun Kuti. You see, my uncle, if he tell you something, that is it. No, if everyone fall, my father never lied to me, but I saw my dad compromise many times on issues, things that you say, no way, but I will see that with people that he loves, people that are close to him, the inner circle, my father will allow them. He will allow them, you know, because they are his. But you see my uncle. You see my uncle. Yes, Paulie, my own boy, Paul. We all grew up in his house now. My man, Paulie Pablo, they here. So he knows I'm not lying. Paul is here. So he knows who Dr. Beko and Seun Kuti is, bro. Paul is here. You look at Paul's comment. Paul say, happy I met him. The man taught me how to be a man. Really, really, really. Even though he was dead by the time I became an adult male, for sure. The lessons I learned living with my uncle are the lessons and the principles that guide my life today. Uncle Beko and Ashiwaju, that's what they be. That's how close they are. This is how close they were. Very tight. And that's how I knew Ashiwaju through my uncle. Very tight like this, 5 and 6. So they're tight. But I'm telling you today, you can't see any of my uncle's children giving some big post in Ashiwaju's government. None of them are giving any big post. All the June 12 noise. Where do you hear any ransom? Where is the benefit for Dr. Beko's family for all the sacrifice he gave for all of them children? Once they don't die, their children, they see them. I know them, so I see them the June 12. But Uncle Beko is not rewarded. Not fight for position. I was there many times when they wanted to taint his name and hook something for him out. They walk them out, even though they are close, they are comrades. Me buying shele say ele kola jafun. Ele kola jafun. That's the kind of man my uncle was. He told me a story that surprised me as a child, that completely blew my mind. You don't understand? Because I never thought this kind of thing took place. Like, you won't think it. But brother, it happened. And I'll tell you what it is. June 12th was Babangida and not election. Now, you have to understand immediate impact of that annulment, if you are not born then, if you are not alive in 93, 92, 1990, 91, 92, 93, 94 in Nigeria, you can't understand this thing. The impact of it, the life, the ferociousness of the people's anger against the military. I did for Maryland where police opened fire directly into a crowd of protesting students. These military men directly into the crowd, see dead body everywhere. June 12th, struggle, bro. Babangida had to relinquish power. How did he do it? Through Obasanjo. All these military men, you must understand them. To understand Nigeria, we have a reckoning with our military. That's why when all these military boys come outside and they are talking rubbish, I can't hear it. Shut the fuck up. You don't join, go die as you when you join military, the point of joining is that you want to die for your nation. Time to do the job. You are complaining, then shut the fuck up. Because when it was civilians in 93, I see how you dealt with them mercilessly. All of you openly. When it's civilians, I don't see you complaining at all. When we went to OD to commit genocide, I didn't see you complain. No military man came outside to say, oh, well, we felt bad that we are killing innocent civilians. When you went to Zaki Biam, I don't hear you people come out and tell us that you're feeling bad for killing innocent people. But once the people are shooting back, you are now dying. All of them will come turn philosopher. Hey, we don't have this. This nigga, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, bro. And the stupid Nigerians, especially the obedience, they will now come and say, Seun Kuti hate military. Me, I've done this. See, when you talk rubbish in my page, I Google you, I see what you post. 85%, I've not done the maths, but in my raw calculation, at least 85% of people coming to my page to talk rubbish are obedient. So I know we're at war. Fuck you. Who K Pumpy they tell shut up for in life? Are you talking to me? Could it daffin fight that K Pumpy? Get the fuck out of my life. Get the fuck out of my life. Could it daffin fight that? Anyway. Me, I know we are at war, obedience. Let's go. You think me I'm one of these your fucking celebrities that are afraid of you? Fuck you, niggas. Where is the other one? Logos Sureba. Get out from my life. They can't call my life because their principal, Peter Obi, doesn't give them knowledge. All of them will come to my life to be getting knowledge. They will call them. What are they doing here? These bastard obedience. What are they doing here? Fuck out of my life. We don't have anything in common. Me, I don't be one of those people they fight, corner fight. Me, in judge and corner. Ija boro ni mo like. Like Arawari. When I went to jail, because she obedient, I say I go see talk with you and do me inside jail. I don't fit talk now because case today. Case go finish. I will expose you. Nigerians will see you for who you are. These obedience, they are worse than military dictators. They are worse. If you see what they did to me in jail. If you see the plan, the evil plan these people went to execute to try and destroy my life. We're at war. Don't fuck around. Let's go. All day. I'm ready. Ain't be told. Forget the president. I say Atiku warn you guys. That's right. Atiku warn you guys. That's what you should be thinking about. Forget presidency. Atiku defeated you guys. I mean, come on. Come on. So, back to the story that I'm giving you people. You know, my uncle told me this story, you know, and he gave it to me ideologically to understand why certain things happen the certain way. So I'm telling you, the ferociousness of the struggle was so much Babangida liaised with Obasanjo. Now Obasanjo and Babangida liaised to bring out the idea of interim government. Now them pick Shonekon for Nigerians. Shonekon now, as a Yoruba man, all the Yoruba people were like, nigga, they just robbed us of our legitimate presidency. Why are you? They call him. The name they were calling him was Ijoba Fidihe. The Yoruba people, we too get bad mouth. They say that Oyibo say that interim government. Yoruba say Ijoba Fidihe. Oh man, I'm tired. They say Ijoba Fidihe. Now they call him. So therefore, everybody that was in June 12 hated Shonekon. Many of them could not believe that this man could take that position because Babangida and the military were in limbo. They couldn't rule. Babangida wanted to leave the presidency. He was tired. He couldn't leave because if he left, what will happen? He has another election. He can't rule. So what will happen? He could not hand over to another military man. Also, if Babangida had handed over to say, okay, I not do again. Here, Abacha can't enter. Abacha knew that his young military dictatorship cannot withstand the rebellion that was happening on the streets. The democratic revolution, let me put it that way, not even rebellion, it was not a rebellion, because they had a cause. They had a cause and people were focused on that cause. So it was a democratic revolution. He knew that he can't just hand over to his fellow military Hausa brother, that Nigeria will collapse. That nothing more be that. Because the June 12 activists were so strong, they would have brought Nigeria down. They all knew this. So he put an interim government to say a civilian was ruling, and this civilian should now lead another election. Knowing fully well their own plan as the military. Now, before I go into whatever has happened in this case, in this issue, I want you all to know something. You know, before I carry on from this issue, I want you all to know something. Every military, every dictator in this world, every authoritarian in this world, understand me, understands when they come into power that they are weak. They understand that when they come to power, they have no support. You forget that you have guns. You cannot rule the people if they don't like you. If the people know that you are not what they will. So every dictator, go and read it. That's why I said, I don't care what you are telling me. I follow the precedents of history. When I look at the history of Africa, I see the solution and the answer to everything. I see what is not the answer, at least. Because we have tried all the things that have gone wrong, right? Everything we don't try, we don't go wrong, we have seen it. So, why make mistakes that we have made again, thinking it will be different? Why do what we have done before again, thinking it will be different? That's why I advise you all against the Traorés of this world. The Mali man, the Niger man. We've done this before. All these, their news and propaganda of how they are good, we've heard it before. This is a good example of that. How Abacha consolidated power. It's a good... My uncle told me this story. Oh, he told me everything. Now, the June 12 activists, believing that Shonekon had hated them. I mean, they hated Shonekon because he had betrayed the people. That he was betraying the whole of Nigerians. They hated him more than they hated the military. Let me tell you, they hated Shonekon more than they hated the military. But they didn't know that they were still under the military plan. These boys had planned these oppressors had planned what they're going to plan. Abacha now came to meet the June 12 activists to do a coup. Because Abacha knew that if he just did his coup like that, the same forces that made IBB his Oga leave, they will make him leave too. He knew he did not, that time, you know, the military was so weak. He knew he couldn't just do a coup. He knew. So the first thing he did was to consolidate civilian power behind closed doors. He called all the June 12 strongmen to a meeting and gave them a deal they could not refuse. Because as I said, these people, their color has always been their color. Always have been interested in power. Now power they want. They use the people, but their goal is to empower the one, you know. The way military start is how they start. They will cajole you. Now you, because they can't enter without you. Once they enter, they show their color. So, just like any oppressor, the first thing Abacha did was to consolidate the civilian side. He told all of them that they should allow him to remove Shonekon. How can we? He too hates Shonekon. He wants to remove Shonekon. That if they remove Shonekon, if they allow him, if they support him to remove Shonekon, you know, they were mostly Southwesterners. First of all, he will bring a Yoruba man. He brought Dia. Dia was his oh my God, when I remember how Dia also ended under Abacha, is, you know, that's how you know he was never part of the plan. Dia was never part of the group. They brought him to appease a certain group, and as soon as Abacha dealt with that group and dismissed them, they removed Dia from his position because they had no need for him. He was used to appease the June 12 Abiola Yoruba sentiment, tribal sentiment. Say, see, I'll put your brother that will be watching to give you information if I'm doing wrong. Your brother will be my second in command. Abi? I want to remove Shonekon. And then in 6 months to 8 months, I will do election and reinstate Abiola. But let me do this coup. Support me. My uncle told me, and see, the man doesn't lie, so I believe him. See, from the grave, I believe him. Uncle Beko said he's the only one that said in the meeting that we cannot do anything with that. All of them, Uncle Beko said he was so amazed at how everybody agreed to the deal. That he was the only one that was telling them that these are the military we are just fighting. They cannot be trusted. But all of them, from Tinubu, they all agree. They all that they were doing politics, that they were sharp. You see, it's that sharpness that is spoiling Nigeria. That kind of sharpness of not being principled, of not standing on what you know and believe to be true, is what is destroying our country. Is what is destroying our country. That thing you say you sharp, you too know that the truth is glaring you in the face, but you think you can maneuver over the truth. You think you can be sharp, because you know sharpness is not brilliance. You motherfuckers think you are brilliant. You're sharp. I agree, you are sharp, but that's not brilliant. Sharpness is not brilliance. See, they all agreed. My uncle told me that he couldn't believe that these men were falling for this gimmick. In fact, Abacha promised them that he will make those ones, because they were doing election, they do election, that the ones that have won their states, he will make them deputy governor under the military, that they will put military administrator on your state. You, the civilian, will now be deputy. That's what he told them. All of them agree. He showed them route to government house. He will put them deputy. He will leave the Senate open. Everybody. So that is the betrayer here. It's not that nobody betrayed June. Those people that fought June 12 did not betray June 12 with Abacha. What they did, and with Babangida, what they did was to betray June 12 with Abacha. Instead of insisting on what they were fighting for, they acquiesced. Because Abacha promised them he will be a good man. So to now see today that these same people that were on Abacha's side, I mean Babangida's side, all these military men are now coming out to be telling us different stories. Even IBB bring out book. These same June 12 motherfuckers were in the place with the fucking book, man. So that is the truth of how Abacha came to power. Abacha came to power with the knowledge of the June 12 activists. They all knew and they all supported Putin. They don't know say, Baba just want to make a leg strong. When a leg strong, where? Now them if first, oh. Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú tó ń tẹ̀rín Olúwa mi o. Ẹ̀yin rúmọlẹ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú tó ń tẹ̀rín. But we have to laugh. Because now laugh, they catch monkey. Yeah, man cannot cry. Fella don't talk. Now you can understand him life. Enjoyment can never come his way. Now him life they go reverse. In Africa and in fatherland. He said, but fella for that song for ODO, fella they talk, say, fella they sing about a friend we won't buy fan. We be civil servant. Say the man don't save. As the money they reach to buy the fan, so the fan price they go up. Fella say, fan don't become 700 naira. Hey, 700 naira fan. Imagine if we Nigerians today can see fan of 700. Not be saying we go talk say fella decrease. Fella that time was complaining that fan was 700. People today, now not the price of fan. But you think it was about the price. It wasn't the price, that 700 is still the 700 today. It is still that far away from the common man. You understand what I'm saying? But that time, many of you were not in the shoes of the common man. You know, so you could afford 700. Now they don't carry and reach where you man if you afford. You understand? You have joined the common man. Fella say, fan don't become 700 naira. Me and my friend, we start to look ourselves. It remains small, make my friend they cry. Now laugh, they catch monkey. Yeah, it remains small, make my friend they cry. Now laugh, they catch monkey. Now I can understand in life. Enjoyment can never come his way. Now him life they go reverse. In Africa and in fatherland. So please, remove yourself. Title of the song, Overtake, Don't Overtake. Fella and song title. Which kind of title be this? Overtake, Don't Overtake. ODOO. You know. So, that is the truth of the issue. Now, over smartness, over sharpness, now him bring military under Abacha. The over sharp, everybody, you think you are too sharp, you think you are the art of the deal, you know. Yeah. Stay the course. Be ideological. Be principled. Stay away from evil. Stay away from the devils. That is the only way. There's no compromise with the enemy. There's no middle ground with our oppressors. There's no such thing as a reformed oppressor. No oppressor comes and reforms himself. There's no such thing as a middle ground with your oppressor. There's no negotiating. It cannot change. If you have been with them, you are always with them. Obi. Because somebody asked me for my life. Who do you support? if not Peter Obi? Now they bring in name, will not be me, oh. And they bring in name for my life. Who do you support if not Peter Obi? I answer the person. See, I don't support Peter Obi, I support Showore. Next thing, he shows name all over the place. Obi there. Now my side, now get power. Now no get power for polling booths. For polling booths, when I'm supposed to show power. Now come and say, they need the election. They snatched the ballot box. Are you not supposed to show power and prevent the ballot box from being snatched? Eh? Are you not supposed to prevent the ballot box? Are you not supposed to show power there? When I'm supposed to show power, you won't show power. You'll be shouting, INEC, Supreme Court, INEC. Supreme Court, INEC, you call. Supreme Court, INEC, now my side, now come conquer. Because they say, no get political backup. You all know, that's why it is me you all attack. Because all of you know, at the end of the day, only Seun they exposed. All I have is MOP and the people. I have no political godfather. I don't know anybody. I don't send anybody.